Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. On first down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Lock going to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Lock will try again on 2nd down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, he
rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. We see Drew Lock and the offense coming back on. And now, Charles, this becomes a pretty important second drive for them. They're already down a pair of scores here in the first quarter. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second. So that one return. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They look to throw. It's Locke. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Locke. No escape from Locke, and he'll go down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They give it to Williams, running right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Here's Locke. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. Throwing now is Locke. His pass caught at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Anthony Schwartz with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to...
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Daron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 2nd and 16. Locke. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Locke now to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. 35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and last week they were able to defeat the Atlanta Falcons here as they try to make it 2 victories in a row. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. On 2nd and 11 now. Fields finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 1st down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Fields. Eluding the pressure right. The 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A gain of 37. That was a fantastic job of keeping that play alive. He had a chance to tuck it. I thought he might.
They work on those situations all the time. This is coached, being able to keep your eyes downfield, keep the play.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. Bears will extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Now it's Locke. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Locke looks to throw it again. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Cohen. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. On 2nd and 9, Fields. He finds his man, complete. It's Spencer. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3rd and 2, Fields. Flushed out right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. Touchdown! That's caught. Anthony Schwartz on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half. Santos with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. They're going option play on 3rd down. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Fields. Open man here. Schwartz complete. Touchdown Bears! Anthony Schwartz on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears continue to pour it on. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. Quick slant to Hamler. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He's got his tight end fan. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Going right back to Finn. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, it's Locke. This will be caught. Jeudy. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, Fields. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster the first half, so where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete right side to Kmet. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 yards remain for second down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Dances by him. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. 97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On play action, Fields sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. The ball comes out, and that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. To throw is Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Anthony Schwartz there to make the grab. And the Bears go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Past the 20. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run it with Williams. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Locke going to keep this. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Drew Locke keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Broncos are able to at least make things a bit more respectable. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't it?
Oh, what a juke into space. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Locke to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Locke's throw taken in by Sutton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Locke and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down. From the gun, Locke. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And down to the 19-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Locke on the slant, completes to Sutton. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Back to throw. Locke looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Locke firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Now Locke again. The quick slant caught. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Fields on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Fields. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Locke completes it to Fant on the right side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun snap to Locke. Throw right side complete to Williams. Give him 2 yards on that play. And all of a sudden here it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Locke. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Sam Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Muscles him off. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the set. There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke. He'll drop this down to Williams. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point.
And he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully